English Grammar, Lesson 25. Topic: Articles with languages, countries, and nationalities. This is Part 2. Now that you've studied some guidelines with me in Part 1, you're ready for practice. Exercise. Choose the correct articles to complete the statements. Let's begin with an example. Read the statement. Yuko and I met here in United States. We went to college together. Is an article needed before United States? If you remember the guidelines, yes. Now let's watch and make sure we're correct. Yuko and I met here in the United States. We went to college together. Look again at the answer. Remember that we need a definite article before names of countries that are unions, kingdoms, republics, and groups of islands. Now you try number 1. Now watch and see if you're correct. In our first year of college, Yuko and I were roommates. She's Japanese, I'm American, but from the very beginning, we got along very well. Look again at the correct answers. Number 2. Now see if you're correct. Yuko has always had a lot of friends. When we were roommates, people called our room a lot to talk to Yuko. That's how I first began to learn Japanese. I listened to her speak on the phone every day, and I began to pick up some words and phrases. Look again at the answer. Number 3. Now check your answers. Yuko has some experience as a language teacher. I know that she's taught English in the past, and when we were in college, although we were friends and former roommates, she was actually my conversation teacher when I began to study Japanese. Look again at the answers. Number 4. Now check your answers. I think Yuko has had a wonderful education. She went to an international school in Japan, she went to college in the United States, and she studied abroad in Spain. Look again at the answers. Number 5. Now listen and check your answers. Yuko is such a sweet person. I'm not surprised that she has so many friends. She easily makes friends among the Japanese, among Americans, and among so many other nationalities. Look at the answers again. Yuko, you've had some wonderful opportunities because you've been able to live abroad. And I think, obviously, being in another country helps you gain fluency in that language, such as Spanish or English. What advice could you give to somebody who is studying English but doesn't have the opportunity to go to an English-speaking country?
I would say find something that you like to do, whether it's watching the movies or listening to music or reading a book in English, because that would give you exposure to either spoken English by listening to people make conversation in a movie or on radio. You can obviously read English, but read a book that you like reading, not a textbook.
Right.
But you can definitely get a lot of exposure of a foreign language without going to that foreign country.
Additional practice for this lesson, both parts 1 and 2, is available at EnglishCafe.com. Follow the links listed in the video descriptions.